Hey YouTube, Appalachian Survivalist here. I talked about some of the things I'm going to start filming and talking about and working on, and one of those things is tactics and things that you can do to keep your homestead safer, some trainings and basically preparedness techniques that you can use to make sure that you and your family are going to be safe. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking this opportunity right now. As you can see, the snow's coming down. It's a cold, nasty, wet night with we got a pretty good bit of accumulation. So what I decided is instead of just talking about stuff, I'm going to show you some basic things that you can do to prepare yourself for any kind of problems that may come your way. Now, am I saying that if you are a prepper or a survivalist that you need to be ready for some kind of militia movements or anything like that? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in an emergency situation, can you defend your home and your family from any problems? So whether it be wild animals, whether it be invaders or intruders, somebody who's just wanting to steal your stuff, take what you have because maybe they realize that you have more than they do. Are those things that you are capable of defending you and yourself from those problems, you and your family? So we'll talk more about my loadout in another video, but this is basically when I know things are going down and I think maybe something might happen, this is what I'm going to throw on. I've got all this readily available close to my bedside, and it may sound crazy, but whatever, but my profession tells me that it's better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. So again, we're going to I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of walk the property line. We're not going to do the whole 20 acres, but I'm just going to show you some ways that we can effectively seek out some issues that may be happening, look around a little bit, kind of have an idea of what's going on. Because let's say, for instance, just scenario-wise, my wife says, "Hey, that sounded like some vehicle pulled up the driveway. What am I going to do?" So anyway, these are just some options that we can do. Again, practicing these things in your AO, your homestead, your area of operations, wherever it is you're working, practicing those things in not the best conditions. I could do this in the daytime. I could do this when it's nice out and wonderful, but why would I do it now? So that I get a good idea of what kind of things I may need to improve on for situations like this where I got snow coming down. For instance, perfect example is I put my shooting glasses on, they're fogging up and they're getting covered. So I'm going to take those off and I don't have to worry about those because the conditions are just not allowing me to use my shooting glasses. So that's why it's important that you put your stuff on, test it in the the hardest and harshest conditions that you can. And this is really our first good snowfall of the year. We had some earlier in the year, but this is some good winter weather snowfall. So all right, in the next clip here we're going to show you just some easy techniques of maneuvering, and I'm just going to use my driveway here in a minute, but you'll see some just simple techniques of moving around and trying to get an idea of what's going on. So bear with me here in a minute and we'll get some more video on. Echo 1 on the base. I'll copy. Base is Echo 1-1. So far I made it down halfway down. Negative contact. Stand by for more radio traffic over. Yes, I may have something down around the curve. Stand by. Base Echo 1-1. I think we're okay. I'm going to go on down, see if we see any signs of any tracks or anybody coming to the driveway. Stand by for more contact. Over. Base Echo 1-1. Looks like we've got potential somebody on foot here. Seeing some clear signs of footsteps. Looks like they came from the roadway. Circled around to the trash box. A little bit of a disturbance on the trash box. Back out to the roadway. I'm going to check the trash box. I don't see any vehicles nearby. Stand by for more info. So basically what we got right now, looks like somebody actually did walk from the roadway around the trash box, messed with the trash box, and then from the tracks it looks like they went back out. If you look close here, this looks like something familiar. Familiar is like a work boot, almost like a Red Wing style. Maybe something like some kind of worker, somebody who does some kind of factory work, something like that. Something similar to what they would have. See a clear mark right here. I don't know if you can get this. Come on in here and try. See if you can get this. See a clear cut handprint where somebody lifted. I mean, I don't know what they were looking at. I don't have any trash. I don't know if they were maybe trying to do a trash pull, seeing what I had. A lot of times we have problems with, and I hate to say this, but people who are maybe addicted to drugs, somebody who's looking to steal from other people, especially out here in Appalachia, out here in the country, where maybe they don't think they're gonna get caught. They'll look for things like TV boxes, computer boxes. You know, it's Christmas time, so they're thinking, well, maybe I can try to steal from this house. Maybe I can see when the lights aren't on there, try to steal from them. So that's a pretty common thing. So my suggestion to you, if you buy a computer, buy a laptop, a nice TV, don't leave your box out here, right out here by your trash box for everybody to see. What you want to do, take that and burn it. If you don't want to burn it, take it to recycling. If you're somewhere where there's recycling, take it to recycle, because that's just asking for someone who is, looking to take what you have and take it from you. And I don't know about you, but I work too hard for what I have, and I try to make my family comfortable, try to make them happy, especially friends that maybe I'm getting my mom something for Christmas, and it might be at my house, but I threw the box away to put it in a smaller box, whatever it is. You want to worry about something like that. Okay, so that's why it's important not to leave trash out that says, hey, I've got this at my house, especially out here in Appalachia. I mean, I don't have law enforcement anywhere close. They're at least 15-20 minutes away after I call them. Again, that's only after I let them know that maybe something happened. When do I know? When I come home from work and find that my door was kicked in. So these are all things that you need to be thinking about, especially just as Joe Blow citizen. But if you're living in the country, you're a little far from town, even if you're in town, that you might be a bigger target, because a lot of these riffraff individuals might be living in an apartment complex, something like that. So those are all things to look out for. But perfect example of why we need to do patrols. Got a vehicle coming up now. Let's get on out of here. But why we need to do patrols and check our property lines, especially down by the roadways, things like that. Let's go ahead and move out of here.